We forget. You know, it used to be that we all paid such close attention. We forget that they're asking us this question. May I have a motion to accept the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second? Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. First on our agenda.
You're going to have to vote on the next two because I wasn't here.
Okay, no problem. Village Board Work Session on February the 7th, 2011. I shall have to vote as well because, unfortunately, Trustee Stewart was unable to be here. I wanted to make comments as well that I had the lovely opportunity of having my old ballet teacher open for dinner on Saturday night. Maria Kennett, my old ballet teacher, who is now 90. She had her 90th birthday, and your mother was the topic of conversation throughout the lunch.
I make the motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Just note my abstention.
Correct. Village Board meeting minutes of February the 14th.
So moved.
Second? Anyone have any comments? No comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, note my abstention.
It is with great pleasure that Boy Scout Troop 63 of Goshen, New York, has the honor of announcing that the following 7 Scouts will be presented the Eagle Scout Award on April the 9th, 2011 at 2 p.m. at Goshen Central High School. We cordially invite you to join us in this celebration of youth leadership. I think it merits reading their names. Frankie Winsky, Jared D. Lissack, Joshua J. Castle, Luke D. Nelson, Eric R. Milosevic, Kevin M. Alders, and Louis P. Rittendale. A reception will be held immediately after the ceremony. 9 Eagle Scouts is a large number. Very good.
I believe that's Kyle's.
Yeah.
And mine.
And I should say that I just returned safely from a wonderful trip to Washington, D.C. with the current Troop 63, 55 scouts and adults.
Wonderful.
Friday morning at 6:30, arrived home last night at 10 o'clock, and as Kyle well knows, we saw everything.
Fantastic. Washington's looked an exciting city. Okay, on a motion by Trustee
Sure.
seconded by Trustee
Stewart.
bills as examined by members of the board were approved in accordance with abstract 2010-2011 number 22, check numbers 1211 through 1286 in the amount of $328,957.85. Comment. I'd just like to remind everyone that these are already bills that have been approved by board members. No comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? On a motion by Trustee,
Right.
okay, seconded by Trustee,
Sure.
Building Inspector Theodore L. Lewis III is hereby authorized to attend the Hudson Valley CEO Educational Conference to be held October the 20th, April the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, 2011 at the Poughkeepsie Grand Hotel in Poughkeepsie, New York. The cost for this mandatory in-service training is $285. Comment?
Well, it's just nice. I know we keep costs down. I guess we sent Meg, I think, the fish kill, and now we're sending Fred to Poughkeepsie. So.
And Michael locally as well. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Well, it's very nice. We have such a fleet agenda. All right, I need reports from everyone, please. Trustee Stewart.
Well, the DPW report's real simple. It's been snowing a lot. Now that the snow has subsided for a while, the crews are out there cold patching. I think everywhere you go today, there are potholes everywhere, so I'm sure they're busy. That's it.
Trustee Char.
Just a reminder that the St. Patrick's Day Parade is March 13th, Sunday, 2 Sundays from now. Starts at 2 p.m. Crowds will start gathering at 12:30 at the Government Center, and just so everyone knows, there will be traffic rerouted throughout the village to accommodate for the parade route. That's it.
Trustee Roddy?
Okay. For joint recreation, the construction of the bathroom at Salesian is still ongoing. If you drive past on 207 or Craigville now, you can see the building is freestanding constructed. It looks great. And if all goes well and stays on task by this summer, we should have a fully functioning bathroom at Salesian Park. So hopefully we can get some more activity out there. I also wanted to share with the board and the public the Orange County Citizens Foundation, the think tank nonprofit that helps improve quality of life in the county. On March 11th is having a day-long conference on planning, specifically non-motorized transportation. They have a conference every year. Actually, last year, I believe, Trustee Matthews was one of the speakers.
Yes, I was, thank you.
And this year it's on non-motorized transportation, so I think it'll be a great event. There is a small fee associated with it. I believe they provide lunch, but just us being home of a large portion of the Heritage Trail here should be a good event. I know I plan on attending. I guess that's the first sewer bond was paid at the beginning of March, or will be paid March 1st. I apologize. And that's all I got, yes.
I think you want to remind them about March the 5th.
March 5th.
March the 5th, Saturday night.
Oh, trivia.
Oh, yes, okay. Yes, the Goshen Trivia Contest will be this Saturday, March 5th. It's going to be at the Trotter Museum here down the road. It's going to be a great event. Teams from a lot of different service organizations in the community. The village board will have a team, and I believe the town board, Rotary, Lions, a bunch of different venues. So it's going to be a great event. I encourage everyone to come and support the community. All profits are going, I believe, to the Goshen Public Library or Friends of the Library. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. So, but great event. Hopefully people can attend.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I should report that, number one, that we had 6 water main breaks. We also had a water main break near the school, and there was cooperation between the school and our DPW. Once again, we cooperated very well. And they found down the line on Erie Street, when turning valves in order to be able to shut off the water to fix the leak, another leak. It has amounted to our being able to prevent the loss of water that should be being stored in our reservoir, and it was significant enough to register at the plant, which is terrific, which brings us up to, I think, 8 leaks that we've had to deal with the last 2 weeks. Tremendous amount, and this happens when you have the freezing and thawing of the ground. It's tremendous, and you have some older pipes. On Lincoln Avenue, where I happen to live, it's always been very difficult because they're very deep pipes, and the fact that they could find where to turn it off as a result of working on the school leak was really a very big find for us. So it's been a productive week for us. We have put off having the tree removal come back from Orange to Rockland, and we lost them for a few weeks. They were in progress of taking down trees that were dead and had been approved for removal, and they will be coming back into town. But just in time for us to plan our replanting for the spring. As well, the meetings with Orange County are ongoing between Art, Jim, Ulrich, and myself in working with the county on working out the laying of the water lines to the RV well. They've had redesign as a result of their redesign of what they're doing with the bridge, and we're working on finding out exactly where we can share information and where we can update what they are going to be demanding of us. As soon as I have a finalization on that, I'll be presenting it to them. That's it for me. Thank you. Okay. Citizen comments or questions? Go ahead.
To pick up where you left off on CRV, does that mean that the bore is not going to be done, that the transit across the water will be on the bridge?
I can't answer that question until we find out what their final plans are. That's why we're meeting together right now, Joel.
So it's a possibility that the bore would be avoided? I mean,
That what?
That boring would be avoided? That
They asked
possibility.
us, I cannot answer the question. We were directed by the county to come up with an alternative means.
I see. I
We
didn't understand.
did the boring, we invested in the boring. I'm hoping that we have never wasted a cent.
So the boring is complete at this point?
And
Is that what
we
you're
will
saying?
find out from the county exactly what direction we have to take. I can't give you more information
do
because
I-
I don't have the answer.
Okay, understood. Do I understand you to say then that the boring is complete?
The design of
The design of the boring is complete.
But the actual boring has not taken place yet?
That's correct.
Right, okay. The landfill, what's the status this week on that? On the removals?
Over 60% on it?
We're more than that. More than that, yeah.
Over 60% if we count for more.
Yes, it is over, you're absolutely right, it's over 60%. It's, I think as of last week, Dave, was 50,000 yards.
I think that was a week later we talked, it was more like, she thought, Prentice Shaw from Cornerstone felt it was more like 56 or 58,000 tons had been removed, which leaves about 20,000 tons remaining.
When will payment be made the initial payment be made to CJ Nestle?
I don't know if the voucher's been approved yet, but the financing is working its way through the process, and I assume it's gonna happen in the next couple of weeks.
So it won't happen until the bond is obtained?
No, that's not accurate. What we do is you take serial bonds out, or not serial bonds, you take out bond anticipation notes until you know what the full amount will be. But that's something the treasurer handles, so.
That's very short term.
That's correct.
On the, along the lines of engineering process, keep it on the table over here. Water breaks, as you said, happen in cold weather. The water is a pressurized system, so when there's a break, it's evident. You either get a sinkhole or a geyser.
No, that's not true. What you often
Well, or
get is
unless-
just seepage.
Right, if it's
And that's how,
slowly-
unfortunately, you find out that that's what's going on.
Even seepage eventually will end up in a sinkhole. What I'm saying is that water leaks eventually are apparent. Sewer leaks
Not always.
are not a pressurized system, so it's not so much. Sewer leaks are more apt to just seep and leak away. So the question that is begged by the water main breaks is, are we experiencing a similar breakage in the sewer lines? And is this being looked at, or is it evident, or, you know, what can we anticipate? As has been spoken of many times, we have many decades of lack of maintenance of those lines.
You hurt me when you say those things.
Lack of replacement of those lines.
All right.
Just programmatic maintenance, let's call it that.
Okay.
Again, nobody's looking to be adversarial here. So the question is, do we have sewer line breaks along with these water line breaks, and have you even looked, or will you be looking?
Well, I can say, maybe Artie can pick up where I leave off, that we're continuing with our in-house I&I study, all those things, monitoring, we do get heavy rain, the sewer department monitors the inflow going into the plant and all that, but regarding specific sewer main breaks are...
And usually what happens is the sewer doesn't leak out, it's groundwater comes in, so, and it's not as evident as the water main break.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Right. So we have a program that's being developed for this infiltration inflow. That's going to be a 3-year program that's going to be started this year. So it's in effect right now.
And that involves cameraing, really?
Camera, TV, smoke testing, visual inspections, yeah.
Dye?
Not dye testing, no. But those things that I just made.
Is there anything that can be said publicly about either the arbitration process with the town and the compliance conferencing and consent order?
Well, in terms of the arbitration, that's going to start, scheduled to start next week from Thursday, March the 10th. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about. In terms of the consent order, the discussions are ongoing with the AG's office. We hope, as I said before, to wrap that up in the near future. There's been a report prepared by Like and Tully on the I&I that's been submitted to the DEC, and as we say, we only have about 20,000 tons left with stockpile. So the biggest issue is getting rid of the dirt, and we're close to doing that.
When there finally is a resolution on that, will there be some sort of a public notification, or will that be made public in some sort of general way, or is it going to be basically just reported here?
I'm not sure that I understand the question.
Will there be a press release? Will there be some sort of an announcement, either by the state or by the village? Will it be public information in any way?
Well, it'll be public information.
Other than...
I'm not in charge of press conferences, so if someone else wants to do that, that's fine, but whatever the ultimate resolution is, obviously that's public.
Right, but that's...
It's always public, Joe.
Right, that's a given. What I was asking is, will there be some sort of public relations effort behind it?
You'll have to ask the person.
I'm a lawyer, I have nothing to do with PR.
Okay. And then the last thing that I have on my little list here is on the costs of the settlement on the Carlin suit. There was a number that was reported in the Chronicle. Can that be taken as a final number on the costs of the council's fees? Or are there additional fees yet to be attached to that number?
I don't know the answer to that. I didn't read that in the Chronicle, I'm sorry, Jerry. So I don't know what the number was, whether there's another bill coming from Norton Christensen, I don't know the answer to that.
You're asking him to respond to an article in the newspaper.
No, the question is,
No.
is that the right number? And I'm sorry, I didn't read the
No,
article.
my question-
I don't know the answer to
My
that.
question wasn't so much if that was the right number, as whether or not the flow of bills from Norton Christensen has...
Let me put it this way, to the extent that there would be any bills, they would be small, because the bulk of the work was finished in December. There was a negotiated settlement in January, and I would assume there may be there could be a bill. The final settlement was drafted, probably and signed sometime in February. Could there be another small bill coming? There could be.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Yes, speaking of water,
Yeah.
coming to village board as much as I have, and to the town council, one can't help but notice that oftentimes council members and board members will have bottled water
Never.
with them.
Not lie.
Video doesn't lie. Well, kind of, but not really. And it can lie. Yeah, it can be manipulated. But also, one can't help but notice the delivery of 5-gallon water jugs here
I never signed those vouchers.
here to Village Hall, and I was curious, could the board comment on whether or not village residents should be concerned? As a village resident, for instance, should I be drinking bottled water?
I don't drink bottled water. My children don't drink bottled water. We've never had bottled water. I don't sign vouchers for bottled water. I'm the water commissioner.
You drink Goshen water?
I drink Goshen water.
Okay.
This coffee is from the Quick Stop, made
Yeah.
with real Goshen water.
That's exactly right. As is mine, by the way.
I drink Goshen water. But I was just curious if that should be a matter of concern or not. So no, your reply is no?
My
We're okay?
My reply is we shouldn't be buying any other water.
Okay.
But that's me.
Well, if you start growing a third arm or something, I may be alarmed. Next question, could the village board please give a report on Black History Month? Has the village done anything to acknowledge the event, or just a general report would be appreciated?
I don't know what anyone else has to say, but instead, sitting here in the stead of the mayor, I can say he did not apprise me of any conversations that he had done.
So just the federal day off then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, but I'm not in a position to be creating it.
Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Any other questions, sir? Come on, man. No? Nothing?
I'll throw one in. Where do we stand on the preparation of the new budget?
Where I know where I stand. I can only answer for, I'm sitting while John's on vacation. I can tell you that having discussed it with the people with whom I work, we've already established our baseline and have set up meetings for, in fact, tomorrow, in order to see whether we can maintain a realistic level and get to our best estimates possible where we have to increase or where we maybe have to cut back. And I'm sure that's exactly what we're all doing at this point in getting ready for this.
What's the mandated date for the presentation of the preliminaries?
Next, when might we have it done by? April?
We're planning on having the preliminary ready for the 5th.
No, I know, but what's the shop dead date?
So we're going to be ahead of it.
We
That's all I know.
We always are ahead of it, so.
And I can echo what Trustee Matthews said with sewer department. Michael has been working on the sewer budget as the other department heads have. We've had conversations and we're actually meeting tomorrow morning as well. And then, there'll be further discussions after that.
And I have, as far as the DPW budget, I received a package from you tonight that was quite thick that sets forth. I haven't had a chance to look through it yet. I just got it in time.
Is there a scheduled date for a work session with the accountant for working on the budget?
There usually is, but that's up to the mayor to set.
That's why I was asking if there were a scheduled date yet.
There always has been, I assume there shall be as well.
For myself and anybody watching the video, people might be interested in being at that meeting. That's why I was asking for a date.
I don't think anything's been set. Maybe the mayor has set one. But when it is set, or if it is by next week at a
It'll
work
be
session, I'm
announced.
sure I'll be happy to announce it.
As always. No other questions? Well, I urge everyone to go to trivia night. I can't be there, and I want to be, because they're not allowing the historians to participate. And I think it's going to be a fun night to learn some good history about Goshen. And besides, it's fun. The last time we did this, I think we had it at the Goshen Inn. The Goshen Inn. And once before, we did it at, out in the town, at
The Masquerade.
La Masquerade. That's a funny,
Isn't there also a movie night coming up with the senior center?
Joint rec movie night.
What's that?
Joint rec movie night.
Joint rec, right.
You're right.
So what Star Wars characters are you all going as?
I mean, Boba Fett.
Anybody going as Princess Leia?
No.
No.
Yoda?
No candidate here.
Maybe in my youth, but I couldn't handle that little,
No, I think Mel would make a good Princess
No.
Leia.
Okay, do you have a serious question?
Yeah, just if you could announce the date and the time and the venue of that event.
Certainly, we will.
Which one? I don't have.
For the history.
The history,
The history event?
It's Saturday night.
Talked about it earlier. March 5th, this Saturday, 7 o'clock, I believe. 6 o'clock. 6 or 7 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock it is.
So are the members of the
talk like a mayor.
team?
You?
No.
Me determined.
No, I can't be.
Me and that's it.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Okay,
Make a motion to adjourn?
would you like to make that motion? Zoom. Here we have it. All in favor? Definitely.